Hello, this is the full version of presentation of Project SkillFair. So, we are going to introduce what SkillFair exactly is, our first move, schedule, milestones, location, market, financial forecast, and finally, the competition analysis. So what is SkillFair? It is a social business. SkillFair is one solution, but for three problems. Firstly, for companies, a few years ago when I worked in China, I noticed that Chinese company, although they have a low wage level, they have a relatively high HR costs, not only for hiring people, but also for training, developing, and even firing wrong persons. Also, companies wish to upgrade their technologies. On the other hand, workers or students, they are usually have not enough qualified skill to find ideal jobs with good salaries they expect. And finally, for many senior experts in industry, they are full with experience, but there's no channel, no business model, no platform for them to profit by sharing this experience with others. So we know the problem. Here comes our solutions. The red one is skill flow, blue one cash flow. So firstly, we develop skill course with senior experts. Students learn from SkillFair, and we also introduce them to get a job of companies. Enterprise pay the introduction fee after they verify the results, which means these students are qualified enough. Students also pay their tuition fee after getting hired and separately. And finally, we will share our profit with experts that we co-work with. SkillFair has two advantages. The first one is reliability, which means trust. It is very important, especially doing business in China. SkillFair teach very and only practical skill, so that our students can increment immediately once they get job. And the other advantage is also about trust, is transparency. So during the process, students looking for a job, they can see from our website about how much their skill will be valued in the HR market. So they will have a bargain power to negotiate salaries with employers. So I give you a picture of what kind of students or workers we are going to help. Migrant workers. They come from the rural side of China. Estimately have 600-700 million people. Well, in the rural China, they don't usually have enough resource, information, or skill education. So once come to big city, they can only find time-consuming jobs like operator or physical jobs. And these jobs, I'm sorry to her, but her job will be replaced by machines in near future. So we got to find some way for them to develop themselves and create higher value, not only for themselves, but also to their companies and the whole society. The following is the concept of our course. We call that learning pyramid, majorly separated by 3 layers. The first layer is, we call that public course. It is free, it is online, and takes 2 to 5 days. For our student, they will have a rough understanding what kind of skill they are going to learn, what kind of future they will have. And then they go to the second layer. It is the basic knowledge of a certain skill. It is charged. And it is online also. And it takes 1 to 4 weeks. After the online course, there will be an examination. And the students will be proved that they are qualified to go to the third layer, which is practical operation. It is charged also. Here is very important. It is offline. So students go on site, probably a laboratory or a workshop of our company, of our customer company, and then they really deliver something requested by the company. So originally we decide all courses free of charge actually, but after research that we found students treasure more if we charge higher, and they will pay more attention, be serious of learning, and the result will be better, much better. Okay, practice make perfect. Yeah, so the word come from Will Smith about skill and talent. So talent is what you have naturally, but skill you need to practice by hours and hours and hours. This is photo I took from some German skill school when I studied in Germany. Okay, so we call that experience heritage. This is old professional nurse and who is teaching the students of the school. So, which skill we go first? After all, there are so many that the society need. Our decision of first move is mode engineering. And why go to mode engineering firstly? Not only we have industrial knowledge, we have experience, resources, networks, but more important is it is industry that human talent is a key point, really change things. But on the contrary, the HR market is non-standardized, is a chaos. For example, 2 engineers doing totally the same thing, have totally the same skill. Their salary may be different at 5 times, even 10 times. So we see this as a chance to face it. We have 2 strong partners. The first one is Professor Zhang Hongda, who is 66 years old. He has 46 year experience of mold design and manufacture, so he knows and experience almost all kind of application of mold engineering in China. And he's also a senior consultant of many Chinese mold engineering key players. The second important partner is Modex 3D. It is a company and it's also a name of a software of the second popular mold flow simulation software in the world. And why simulation here is important? Because simulation saves the time of not only teaching but also practicing. students and teachers don't waste time on try and error, and the course can be more efficiently. So to leverage the concept of learning pyramid, this is the pyramid of mode engineering. You can see it's more complicated. It's 5 layers. The first layer, still public courses, is about industry information, skill information, professionalism, business ethics, and learning skills. It takes about 3 to 5 days. Level 2 and 3 are common mode skill. Level 2 is online, and that includes physics, chemical, mechanics, materials, and also the processing and assembly of a mode. And to level 3, students get to practice directly and build something. And but the key points, the premium course, are level 4 and 5. We all know that mode engineering has many different applications. So level 4 and 5 actually decided by our customers. So level 4 is totally case study. For example, mode engineering can use on automobiles. So if our clients request talent from SkillFair, and we will teach our students about how to decide how Mercedes car be designed, and BMW cars, and Volkswagen and Audi, and Ford and General Motor, and even Toyota, Nissan, and Dongfeng. So that's purely case study courses. You can image like blue collar version MBA courses. This is because all application can only be taught and learned by case studies, and to do something really. So the final level, the level 5, is offline practice. Our students go to customers' company directly. They do internship or consulting project, which means we probably develop a new product for our customer, or try to solve their technical problems. For level 2 and 3 courses, actually our students, if they can prove they have relative knowledge and experience, and if they pass the examination, they can go to level 4 and 5 directly. And because more engineering can be used in almost all aspects in our lives, consumer electronics, medical equipment, automobile, your life, you have a house machine, you have furniture. So you can image there are many level 4 and 5 courses. You can develop a database of knowledge management. These are potential customers we are approaching with. You can see automobile here, pharmaceutical, house machine, and it's telecommunication equipment, and even EMS. These are all big companies. Initially, SkillFair is a project targeted to SMEs, small medium enterprises. But after research, we found SMEs, especially Chinese SMEs, they are not early adapter of innovation or new service. That is just not too risky, but they follow big company more than trust themselves. And also, our students or workers, they see more reputation of big company. Big company, their name has influence to our students. For example, if we promote our course, like you have chance to go to Dongfeng Nissan or higher, it's very attractive to our students. That is not just the stability of career, but also specific Chinese culture of facing. So, our first move is to target to big companies. This is our schedule. I don't go through in detail. We have top 3 jobs to do. Currently, we have to win the first enterprise customers. Maybe not from the list. I just present last page. We will have new one, but we will have a deadline. And to find a CTO who has both online education and SNS experience to set up our website and manage data. And finally, to develop level 1 to 3 courses, it's rely on our partner. We found that each project, or we say semester, will take about 4 to 6 months, which is quite equal to a regular academic system. And if we start from June or July, then that is planned to end in November or December. Location and markets, because we teach industrial skills, so we target more tier 2 and tier 3 cities. In China, there are 4 key zones of economy, and we decide to probably go to Yangtze River Triangle or Pearl River Triangle, this is Shanghai, Changzhou, Wuxi, Suzhou, Ningbo, or this is Hong Kong, Dongguan, Shenzhen. So we probably go to these cities in the beginning because our customer all located here. The financial forecast. Okay, so we expect our first break-even half year will be the 2016, the second half year. And all investment is expected to covered in 2017 or 18. Our own fund can sustain us till this half year, 2015. So we got to raise capital after we prove this business works. And we won't have planned to expand to new skill or industry unless we prove that this business has break-even point. And finally, the competitive analysis. The left chart is SkillFair compare ourselves in 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years. And you can see our strength is always course level, or we can say reliability. So that is also we emphasize always. And we will have progressive growth in IT capability, in enterprise networks, and also we plan to expand to other skill. The right chart is we use our SkillFair to compare several potential competitors. They are not direct competitor yet. So Terina is an institution teaching IT skill majorly, including programming, coding, and web designing. Lanxiang Institute or Skill School is the best traditional skill school in China, and Alibaba is internet giant. So our greatest potential competitor is Terina, because we have quite similar business model. They also introduce their students to go to work for company, and they just IPO on Nasdaq in this April, so they have a very good financial capacity. But we found that our business model can also used in other industry and skills. So to compare with them, course portfolio would be our advantage. Of course, that's in 5 years. You can see Lanxiang here as a green zone, and they have almost totally different zone than us, which means we are targeting totally different markets. And finally, it's about in Chinese internet giant like Alibaba or Tencent. They have a strong IT capacity and financial also. Alibaba has the largest database of SMEs in the world, so they have very good enterprise networks, and they serve almost everywhere in China. They don't have courses so far, but once they want, that would be a big challenge. And our strategy is we prove our business works firstly, and try to co-work with them, even to attract their investments, and we can also leverage to their business database. That's really useful for us, and we all believe it's the best strategy we can have. So that's all. Thank you for your patience. And it's a cartoon, a comic that we think it can show our idea, worker, employer, experts. So SkillFair solve their problems with one solution. And thank you very much, and we expect to learn from your feedback.